Run it. My safe word will be whiskey.
Zach Moon.
Passenger seat riding
Moon,
shotgun.
Zach Rowe. I don't know where my
Bitch, you thirsty.
Yeah,
He's a little thirsty. So what we're gonna do is
pour up.
Pour up some drinks for us. We got a good buddy with us today, drinking some whiskey. Robbie Perk, what's going on, brother?
How you guys doing? Glad to be here.
Yeah, we're glad to have you.
Known you for a long time, huh, bud?
Been a long time.
That's
Been a while.
16 or so years.
2007, I think, is when the shop opened. So.
The shop, Undercover
so about
skate
13,
shop.
14 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't believe it's been that long now.
Been a long time, yeah. Looking at your beard, I could see it's been that long.
Yeah.
Like, dude, your stories are like, I owned a skate shop about 16 years ago.
16 years ago.
Yeah.
And that's why I thought it was appropriate. I bought this bottle for this episode. It's called Old Grandad.
Yeah. Appropriate.
Because, 16 years ago, we bought with the bought.
Well, I brought you young bucks some cigars, too.
Okay.
Old man
Ooh.
shit, so.
Hey, I'm down for that.
If you want to smoke one.
Let's pour it up. Let's pour it up. Smoke some cigars and drink whiskey. Talk a little shit.
That's what you do.
That's it, Papa.
Change this thing over today. What is this guy?
I can't call it.
I
Can't call it, man.
There you go. I'm gonna pass it down. I'm not pouring your men.
This is actually a glass bottle, so a step up from Corey.
Also, yeah. Well, he tries.
I agree.
But you loved it. Don't quit.
Yeah,
Don't try to rag on it.
I
You loved it.
liked it a lot. Let's
trade.
get you going here. All right.
Yeah, but yeah. So we got Old Grandad. It's distilled in the Jim Beam factory, right?
The Jim Beam Factory in Kentucky.
In Kentucky, yeah.
It's the granddaddy of bourbon. So
That's it.
They're taking a big.
And that's tight. We got the granddaddy of Fort Pierce with us.
Oh,
That's a
boy.
big thing.
We're going to do this all
Granddaddy
night?
fucking.
No, you thought it was a podcast? It's a roast. It's a roast. This isn't even a podcast. You wouldn't show up to the roast.
Cheers, brothers. Let's start there. Can we
Yeah,
start
let's
there?
do
Yeah.
that. Here, let's
Sean?
get Sean, our tech guy today. Here, cheers. Oh well, yeah. Here, pass that over to him. Nice, perfect.
We're trying to be helpful.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everyone.
Good people.
Cheers. Awesome.
this Old Grandad.
All right.
Pretty good. Good way to start right there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Not as smooth as a Kentucky, I think, dude. Put it in a plastic
Brother,
bottle.
it's in a glass bottle. It's got to be better.
It's 80 proof, 40%, and yeah, it's a high rye mash bill.
I don't know what goes up with that last, but I know the first three words. I know
high
high,
rye
I know
mash
rye,
bill.
I know mash, and I
Oh,
do
you
know bills. So actually, maybe if I put it all together, I do know it.
Oh,
Where's
wow.
Bill at? You got to get him on here one day.
Yeah, he's out, man.
Yeah?
He's out there doing his thing.
Isn't he skating again?
He's skating again a lot. Yeah, he's working a lot and
I'm so
being
little
a
with
dad.
dads, I can't even
Being
I
a
had
dad.
this going for earlier.
Yeah, remember-
We're doing an education.
I just
Why did you say I had this for earlier and then played it?
well,
It would have been funnier
yeah, it
earlier.
was so funny like 4 minutes ago. I can't. Sometimes, man, these pads are hard to keep
yeah,
up on.
yeah, I know.
The
I know.
pads.
That's what I was supposed to do. But
You're supposed to be the pad guy?
yeah, I had a lot of experience.
a lot of experience in pads, dude.
Yeah. I tried to play football and I just had to wash everybody's football pads. It sucked.
Dude, these are pretty tough. So, I mean, shouts out to anybody in the pad world out there where you're hitting these pretty
Ooh,
on time.
pad worlds.
Pad world.
I've called them pads, boards, samples, fucking, you name it.
You call them everything but pressing them.
I'm not, yeah,
So-
maybe.
What are they even really called? Pads?
Samples, maybe? Pads? See?
Soundboard.
Sound
It's a
pads.
The
soundboard.
whole thing's a soundboard. That.
Well, that we pour it up. I got the hang of it, but that's all right. You try it.
I'm still getting the hang of the pads,
Also, I have some lemon lime soda.
Yeah, anybody want a mixer?
I'm gonna go ahead and douse a little bit of that.
So, dude, what do you guys
Fuck
think about
that guy.
this fight that just happened, dude?
Which one? The one at Pappy's on Friday, or Oh,
No, yeah.
That's kind of standard, isn't it?
yeah.
Every Friday.
You should have seen the main card at Pappy's. It's good. Undercard's a little slow.
The belt was involved.
A belt was involved. I don't know if it was a
Buffalo
championship.
versus Cornbread.
But,
Cornbread Simpson.
dude, Masvidal got freaking.
He got duped up.
Dude, he
Man.
just got caught. Did
What
you
happened?
see anything that he said about like after the fight? Dude, I've been a fan of that dude since forever. I don't know if you guys remember. I'm sure you do. Back in the day, watching like Kimbo Slice videos.
Yeah.
Back
Felony fights.
Yeah,
Backyard
felony fights, all
brawls
that
and
kind of
shit.
stuff.
I'm a boatyard.
And Jorge used to fight around the same time or whatever, and he was just working dudes, man.
That's how he
But-
came up, right?
Yeah, that's how he came up. From Miami. Anyhow, ever since he got in the UFC, been one of my favorite guys to watch. He's not the best guy, but he's Florida dude, so you got to back him.
And he's fun to watch.
And he's fun to watch. He's super funny and entertaining outside of the octagon. I don't know if you follow him on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh,
You
yeah.
should, man. He got like so pissed off about. I guess somebody wanted to try to cancel Goya or something a while back.
Oh, yeah,
He was hot on
Wait,
that,
what's
man.
Goya?
Goya beans, man. The beans, the saison, all that stuff, man. It's
Beans and rice are like trying to cancel it because it had something to do. I really don't know
What?
the backstory.
I
but-
didn't hear.
either way, people were not like hyped on Goya lima beans.
No, but he was.
But he absolutely
And he
was.
let people know about it. But
He went to war from.
The war for Goya
that
beans.
fight this past Saturday, he just got caught after the fight. Totally humble, totally
Oh
respectful.
yeah, it was
He's
great.
like,
Yeah, he in 50 fights, he's never been knocked down like
No,
that. And
dude,
it's
that
yeah.
was.
But you can't not respect that power before going into there. He's a little dancey, and some of the people he's fought, like Nate Diaz,
He knocked that
Nate-
dude out in
Nate
like
Diaz doesn't have the
4
knockout
seconds.
power like Usman does. There's
Right.
no, you know what I mean. It's a different monster going in there, and you gotta fight differently.
Did you see the pop he took in the face right before that from Usman?
Yeah.
And he just laughed it off.
Yeah,
I don't think he respected Usman's
Exactly.
Power, yeah.
And Usman's
That's
not
it.
known for power. He's not known as a striker.
well, he just knocked out the dude right before him too, right? Didn't he?
He did, yeah. But he's more of a more well-rounded. Like his reputation isn't like a Chuck Liddell.
Right,
It was an
yeah.
absolute. He's going to come in there and hammer you and knock you out.
Iceman.
Iceman. That was a bad dude too.
Chuck.
But
Chuck.
just the way Jorge handled that, he'll be back.
Yeah, for sure.
He'll be
Come-
back. He's
Oh,
gonna
for
have-
sure.
Get his round. I know my dude back here wants to chime in.
How about Chris Weidman breaking his leg against Uriah Hall? The irony in that is that 8 years prior, Anderson Silva broke his leg.
Yes.
on Weidman's check.
Yeah.
Yep.
A bizarre twist of destiny, if you ask me. you know?
That is right.
He's
I totally
involved
forgot
with
about that.
he's involved
That's-
with two out of the three only leg breaks in the UFC. Chris Weidman's a part of 2 of them.
Damn.
That's pretty wild.
By blocking it, right?
Yeah,
Oh, they're
he
checks,
he
yeah.
checked the
Check,
kick.
yeah, but
it's a 1 in a million.
Oh, that's
chance,
what I
but
say.
it
Check,
can
but
happen, yeah.
usually I try to talk to the
I mean,
audience.
that's a strong kick that you're utilizing for the calf. Right
If you can
there.
kick somebody
And
as
if you
hard
check
as
it with the
enough
right-
to break your
It's
whole
a sketchy
leg,
kick to throw for sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The consequences are bad if you don't throw it right, or if they check it properly. You know?
Man,
I
did
just
this
can't
imagine
believe
that.
that was 8 years ago.
Yeah.
Silva.
Ballpark 8 years ago, but it's just ironic that like Anderson Silva broke his leg against Chris Weidman. Chris Weidman then breaks his
Right.
leg. Just the karma. You
So
know,
now
it's
he's
just
so
passing it
wild.
on. He's passing it on.
Yeah, pretty much.
He got
yeah.
it from.
he knows though in his head he's like, if I check this motherfucker right, I'm breaking his leg. His leg's gonna wrap around my shit like a noodle.
He must have talked to the dude before, like Silva. You know what I mean? He's like, yo, I'm gonna get him back for you.
I know that Silva did reach out and paid his condolences. You know, wished him well. It was a class act by Silva. You know.
I want to get a
Silva's-
bar put in there, man. He does it again. He's not going to be breaking it.
Yeah. I mean, he might even not throw that kick ever again. You know?
I don't think a lot of fighters are after that, man. That was
Yeah.
gruesome. And then he after he kicked and it broke, he didn't even realize it broke, and he went to stand on
Stamp
it.
on it, yeah.
It was rough.
What's the other dude got his leg hurt like same card, but it wasn't broken or something? He just couldn't walk on it. I forget what that was.
I think I know who you're talking about. Yeah, I forgot who he fought.
He was pissed off because they called the fight because he couldn't really step on it. But
I think he did something to his knee. I think something
Yeah.
happened with his knee, and he wasn't able to stand. So
Who
the ref
was
called
that?
it.
Because I watched that.
I forgot. I don't know his name honestly, to be honest, but
He looks like a guy I went to high school with. It's funny, but yeah.
It might have
I know
been
what you're
him.
talking about.
Might have been him.
I think a lot of people also are saying with Jorge that the fight that makes the most sense for him next is Nick Diaz,
yeah, for sure.
which would be a great fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. He's got to put himself against, like, he's got to pick his fights wisely. You know what I mean? Like, Usman wasn't a good fighter.
Twice.
Yeah, yeah. I get he said he didn't get hit with the power of the first fight, so he thought maybe he could stand in there and exchange, and maybe it was gonna be you just work on. But there's no way. Fights are so fragile too, man. It could be
Dude, it's like football any given Sunday.
Yeah.
Like you could be like the dude and you just get caught.
Great
one
movie.
time. And
Great movie.
Dude, that halo of moisture that left that dude's head. When he took
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
he took that shot.
It was a Tyson or the fucking what's the movie? Fucking I'm stupid.
It was like a sweat afro came off of him.
$1 Billion Baby?
Stallone or whatever. When he,
Rocky? Stallone or whatever? What's that movie with Stallone about boxing? I forget. Rocky? Yeah, that is what it was, wasn't it?
Rambo. It was Rambo.
If he dies, he dies.
It was definitely Rambo.
It was Rambo.
Came back from Vietnam and started boxing.
I am the liquor.
I am the liquor. But yeah, no,
But yeah,
that's a
and then
wild
there's
fucking
bunch
sport,
of
man.
Weird things going on fight, dude. Floyd is fighting Jake. They actually set the date for that.
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Oh, Logan Paul.
His
Sorry,
older
I
brother,
apologize.
yes. His
Well,
older
I
brother,
don't-
Logan Paul.
I've got 2 young boys at home. All right?
Oh, and they
14,
love the
19.
Paul brothers.
I don't know up from down about these Paul guys or whatever, but
Poor old granddad.
who are these guys? They're trying to get fights with Floyd
They
Mayweather,
are
like, the
YouTubers,
Yeah.
but they are training, and they're not bad. But
Man,
they have
Second
promise.
time- second time I've heard this today.
They have
I disagree.
I think that they could do something if they're serious and they really. Brother, they're not in bad shape. If you
I
can
didn't
get
say
taught,
that.
you can get taught technique if you're really, really, really about it, and it seems like they are. Motherfuckers fighting Floyd Mayweather.
Well,
I'm thinking for a pay.
It's an
I
exhibition.
mean,
it's an exhibition, but that's a
Don't
lot of
say
money.
any-
But still,
yeah.
you
go
can still
pick a
get
fight
knocked
with
out by Floyd
and
Mayweather,
see-
easy peasy.
Oh, for sure.
So it's not
And
like
what-
he's going to fight and not getting knocked out.
I just don't understand how it all got cross
Shit talking.
or whatever. I don't know. Like YouTubers
Money.
fighting-
Money. YouTube will pay. Yeah, if they can get them to egg each other on, that's so much more
Well,
views, and then
it's
YouTube will
views,
pay
yeah.
for that.
I mean, Logan and Jake Paul, they got this fucking massive, weird following. And I think they came up on like Disney too. I think they
Yeah,
did. Like,
he also got in
They
trouble.
actually
You
came up
remember?
on Vine videos. You guys
Oh,
remember Vine?
Fine,
Yeah.
I do
Got
remember.
popular on
Rest in
Vine
peace,
videos,
Vine.
and eventually went to YouTube.
I know that.
You know, he
did-
got in trouble for the thing he did on YouTube. How he was in like in
The
Japan,
the
suicide force.
in Japan. Yeah.
Yeah, he went there and he was like, "There's a dude hanging. You know, there's everyone at the bottom of what is it, Mount Kilimanjaro or something. Mount Fuji. There's a forest where everyone just goes to off themselves.
Right,
It's
right.
like spooky and
heard.
haunted and shit. And he was there
They
and
made
he's
a
like
movie
filming. He's
about
like, "Look, I'm here." There's a dude just hanging in the background.
Oh shit.
So he got in a lot of
Yeah,
trouble
he
for
got
that
in
for a
trouble
while.
for that.
That's
So he's
fucked
like,
up.
I probably won't get a job at Disney, so let me start throwing hands. And then he started doing that. But like that was a huge scandal.
I never heard about that.
Yeah, because you guys are too old.
Well, I don't really fuck with him either. So
How old are you, Corey?
Goofball. Why don't you shut up?
31.
What you talking about, Willis?
What you talking about? Willis?
31, dude. You know.
I don't know, it's
I
weird,
re-
man. YouTube.
Dude.
YouTube guys and MMA guys and like what the hell's going on? I don't get it.
It's money, but the craziest thing to me is the size difference between the two. I don't really understand. Like, dude, he's way bigger than.
He looks
than
down
Floyd.
on him.
I mean,
He'll look down
it
on him when
could
they go to
be-
yeah.
I know he's good, but he's never fought a big guy like that. Which one accident we just talked about in fighting how weird it is. One accidental punch, you know what I mean, or not
Right.
really accidental, but
Right.
like one like just could do it. And at 50-0, I just wouldn't risk that. I would never risk that for a YouTuber because if I fought Manny Pacquiao and he beat me, okay, respect. Just you fucking obviously.
I don't like
right?
how I would log
But
it
if
to you
I-
and say
if I'm-
okay.
But if I'm 50-0 and I lose to fucking Logan Paul, I don't know, man.
That's a tarnished legacy for sure.
You know?
Oh,
Yep.
for sure.
Yeah.
Did you watch that documentary on Ali in his last fight?
No.
He was way too old to be fighting. He had no business being in the
That's
ring.
Liddell too. Bunch
It
of
was
people.
sad. It was
Yeah.
like you watching it. Who was it? It was Leon Spinks. Someone that
Randy Couture. There's a bunch.
no,
of
or like it
it's
was.
hung on a little
They-
bit.
But
just get
Tyson
the- you
Tyson
get the
knocked him
glass
out.
chin.
Tyson knocked him out in like 4 seconds. It was Holmes. No, Holmes beat Leon Spinks. I think.
I don't think that was his last fight.
No, I
it
think-
was
I think-
Buster Douglas.
Buster Douglas fought Muhammad Ali his last fight, and
Yeah.
Muhammad Ali looked like shit. And then Tyson was like, "I'm about to knock you the
See,
fuck
I don't
out."
know. I don't want to say. I don't
Pause
know.
on it.
Well, yeah. Why can't I look it up? What am I doing?
Yeah,
I'm
shit.
here like, if only we could know what really happened.
Corey.
If
Corey's
only
not
we
here.
could
How
know.
could we ever figure it out?
Your encyclopedia.
I guess we'll never know. Yeah, and then you just get that glass chin when you get older, man. You know what I mean? Like, there's fucking Liddell was like the hardest dude of all time, hardcore. And then his last like 2-3 fights, dude, you just touched him, and he was on the canvas. You know what I mean? Yeah. And dude, it kind of sucks. They did that. They canceled fucking Ben Askren after that fight, right? Didn't they like tell him
They canceled them?
or said he can't come back? Wasn't that why he took this fight or something? This boxing fight? Because when he got kneed by Masvidal.
I think Askren just wanted to get paid. I don't think he gave a damn about
Right,
the
but
fight.
I'm saying, like, I think they kicked him out of the UFC after he got kneed because that was, like, the fight right before he got knocked out really soon, too.
I don't know if they kicked him out, but I think he may have retired.
Or
walked
whatever.
away.
I
Yeah,
mean,
or it could have just been the end of his contract, you know?
Yeah, I mean, we'll happily ask you to leave, or we can tell you can't come back.
It was Larry Holmes.
Pretty much.
Was it Larry
It
Holmes?
was Larry Holmes. And Tyson, like, he met Muhammad Ali. He's like, I'm gonna beat this shit out of
Yeah,
that
Buster
man. for you."
Douglas was the first dude that
Yeah.
beat Tyson. I don't know what.
Buster Douglas, yeah, wrong.
That was one of the greatest upsets of sports history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? That was crazy.
Yeah.
Buster.
Motherfucker was partying. Mike Tyson, heavyweight champ.
I'm Mike Tyson.
Another fender bender.
Another fender bender. That's the pat I needed to get is when Michael Scott in The Office goes, he prank calls fucking Ryan.
He goes,
Like, I'm Mike Tyson.
no, he's Eddie Murphy.
No, he does
Shrek.
but he does that too. He does I'm Mike Tyson. Then he's like, I'm your girlfriend.
Well, you don't have the
And I'm
pads,
mad.
so let's wait.
Well, you know, whatever. But yeah, dude, I'm fucking. I was gonna tell you, Rob. I got a fight coming up in July, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fighting. Yeah, I've been training with the dude who owns Rise of the Warrior.
And I'm finna whip that
Yeah.
ass.
I've
And
been
I'm
training-
finna whip his ass in that fight.
Who are you fighting?
We don't know yet. He hasn't told me. I don't know until like 2 weeks, before. But yeah, I've been in there training with him 2 times a week for like almost 2 months now.
That's badass.
So, dude, it's been and I'm getting pretty technical in there. It's fun. I'm having a lot of fun doing a lot of sparring, and I'm pretty hyped. It would be cool if you want to come out.
Yeah, I will definitely be there.
I'm gonna-
for sure.
We'll be there.
100%.
Yeah, there's like official weigh-in and stuff. I'll be on Tapology, so I'll have my own it'll be like a fighting record and shit. I'll be officially
shit.
1-0.
Now you
My
train
dog, hey, you know what it is.
boxing or like
Let's go.
It'll be kickboxing.
kickboxing? Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll probably transition to MMA once I get a little bit of rolling and ground game under my belt. I think I do fine, but I want to train a little bit, and not just throw myself in there and do it without like technique and shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So, but I'm pretty excited about it, man. Just reminding me we're speaking about fighting, so
Good though.
Yeah.
Good though.
It's also really good cardio, man. Like to be
Oh, yeah, I
in a
bet.
ring for sparring by third round, dude. I'm fucking gassed, man. I'm putting my arms down, like hoping he's not rushing. I'm like, it's
Please, Lord,
you're
let this be over.
dripping
Right.
everywhere. It's fucking no
Plus,
joke,
it's probably draining like mentally. Like you have to be you're like thinking as hard as you can
Well,
for
the coolest
minutes
part
straight,
about
just
it
like,
is that I'm not thinking about anything else but fighting.
Okay.
So like, I don't think about when you're fighting. It's almost meditation in some weird ass way.
Play skateboarding.
Because you're not thinking about your bills. You're not when you got a guy trying to punch you, you're trying to punch him. There's one thing that you can think about, and that's
Not getting punched.
Right
punch.
before
You know what I mean?
the whole COVID thing kicked off or whatever, I started training jujitsu with some other guys around and stuff.
Nice.
So totally echoing what you're saying, man. When you're there, you're on the mats, like you're not thinking about bills and
Right.
work and responsibilities and stuff like that. It's like the way I look at it, definitely the physical aspect is huge because it does if we're gonna do for an hour, time 6-minute rolls with
Right.
a 1-minute break, you're like halfway through, you're like I'm gonna die.
Yeah, you're tired.
But I look at it more also as like chess with your body because everything is technique. Everything is like everything that someone tries to do to you, you have to counter. But
Yeah,
at the same time, you have
Right.
to do, so you have
Keep
to be a
your
couple steps
energy,
ahead
yeah.
and defend yourself, but also be ready to move offensively. So it really exercises your brain and your body, and
It is good, and it's
awesome.
humbling too mentally. Like I always find myself leaving in like just a good mood. And I'm tired as shit, but
even after you just got your ass
yeah,
ground into the
Yeah.
mat for an hour,
Exactly.
hour and a half,
It
you're
almost
in a
is.
good mood.
It's almost like a great. Yeah, you almost like that. You know what I mean? It's
right.
like
Well, it sounds
no, it's not
Skateboard.
gay, Zach. You
I
look at
just-
how look at him.
First of all,
no skateboarding. Think about this.
skateboarding. I can eat and like I didn't skateboard for I just kind of was like slacking working and didn't skate for a while. And I went to the park the other day and I was trying something, and ate shit probably like 9, 10 times.
Full cab.
That Nolly full cab, and
Yeah.
I was like, I felt it. And I was like, damn. I was like, that actually for some, and like I'm not a weirdo
Dude, yeah,
that
he's
likes.
like,
I'm not a
he's
weirdo that likes pain, but I was like, that felt good. That's humbling. Like that's
Right.
so
Well,
good.
it's
Like
like
I'm
when-
still a
it's like
fucking human. Like that felt better than just sitting on my ass.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
Like even take it back to when you start skating,
Uh-huh.
dude. That whole process sucks.
It's the worst
you're,
thing
like,
ever.
getting on this thing and you're like falling, you're wobbling.
You have to have so much blind faith when you start skateboarding. Like, eventually, I'll be able to do what they're doing, but I don't see it happening.
out there every day, and all you're doing, at least for me,
Mm-hmm.
I had no talent for riding. Everything I got, I worked at. Dude, I just busted my ass straight for 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
From my driveway till I got a car, till I went to somebody else's driveway,
Mm.
to a skate park, to a backyard ramp, busting my ass all over the place. Anywhere I could go new to bust my ass, I would go.
Where can I go fall today?
Exactly, until I started getting it. But for whatever reason, there was something that
Yeah.
was good about that. You
Mm-hmm.
know, like
It's cool. It's one of those sports too. You would never suggest to get into as an older person. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's so frustrating. You need like to be a kid and have that many hours to put it this, like, you know, if you were an adult, you could probably put a couple hours a day or an hour at guitar or something weird and
Right.
kind of and grasp it.
The guitar
But
is
like
weird.
skateboarding, you know what I mean? There's no way that at like 30 you're gonna be a good
That is-
skateboarder
yeah.
at 32.
People,
just,
people are like, well, you want to teach me? I'm like, brother,
Dude, you're gonna be so mad. You're gonna be breaking your board when you.
you're
can't
gonna break
kickflip
your
for
bones.
fucking
You're gonna
6
break your
hours,
bones. You
know
can't.
what I
You
mean?
have to be a kid with rubber bones and the ability to bounce
And-
back.
But that's the thing. I would try kickflip for fucking 5-6 hours in my driveway.
Just not even
you don't
get close.
have that time at
and just
30. You know what I mean?
Shoot your shins
yeah.
up, roll your ankle.
And
Yeah,
you land
fold-
it, like,
fold
4
your ankle in
times,
half,
and
yeah.
You're hyped. You land it like 4 times. You know, my biggest thing was when I learned a trick, I would do it. Make sure I do it 10 times in a row. I'd be there all night until when I learned switch flip and nollie flip. I did 10 of them in a row before I thought, like, you know, and it was like hours and hours and hours.
Right.
And that's not something you have as an adult to do.
I mean,
and
You
not something
can't.
you have
Well,
mentally
some
prepared
people
to
do. That's what. Here's the thing, though. Some people do have that time.
Well,
there's a
mentally
lot of
to
There's a lot
prepare
of people.
yourself as
There's a
well.
lot of people that don't do shit. That can use their time to become good at skateboarding. And an older person starting skateboarding has what I would hope has like a better understanding on how to make things work. Whereas a
I
kid,
see
you know
what
how
you're
many
saying,
times
but-
I went and skateboarded and I tried a trick and fell literally the exact same way 100 times in a row. Didn't try to change anything. I just eat shit. And like that's the literal definition of insanity is
Yeah,
to
but-
try something over and over and expect a different result.
And be 30, then it goes from insanity to like just
Sad.
Now you're like, I'm
Not
insane
possible.
and injured. both.
Yeah, exactly. Like I can't pay my mortgage because I twisted my ankle at the park.
But
But
on
watch
the
this
flip,
kickflip I did.
like, if you take the getting good part out of it, if someone's doing it just for fun,
That's another thing. Yeah, yeah.
and it depends on what you individually want out.
But
of it.
also
Get your game up. You better be good at skateboarding. If you don't have fun.
skateboarding. Yeah, skateboarding's
being-
almost fun.
If you're not good at skateboarding, you don't
Yeah,
like it. It
it's not
sucks.
fun.
It's
Right.
not fun if you're not good. I mean, I guess you could find the fun in it just landing a flat ground kickflip or something, but eventually you're gonna want to navigate that to doing cool shit on a skateboard and being able to ride like cool parks.
But isn't
Shit like
that
that's
isn't that
where-
pretty much everything? Nothing is fun to do when you suck at it.
Jet skiing is fun to do. If you're
Hell no, that's dangerous, brother. That's dangerous. What are you talking about? Yeah, I am. I want to see you
Can we
jet
go
ski.
back tomorrow?
You ever seen?
First of all,
someone-
who's bad at jet skis?
You ever see someone not smiling on a jet ski, dude? Impossible.
That guy from Tiger King at the end when he was just. Am I wrong?
DJ Khaled on his fucking post.
Yeah,
every
yeah.
weekend.
Kenny Powers doesn't really have a jolly smile when he's
I know
on
a
it. But
dude that stuck one of those things into the mangrove roots. He wasn't smiling when he did that. It was a rental.
Oh
Like
shit!
a rental jet ski.
He fucking stuff up.
Tore it up like bad.
Was he okay?
It scraped him up a little bit,
oh well,
and
It was
I don't know what's wrong with it.
he was probably drinking Old Granddad.
It was his whole left side got fucked up, right? His whole left side.
I think so.
Yeah, because he's all right now.
Have you-
I hit him with it.
Those scientists better check their hypotenuses, dude.
Yeah, what's his left side?
all
He-
right now.
He's all right
Okay,
now.
all right.
You know, hey,
You
we're
actually-
only
you
telling
actually know.
bangers over here, dude.
Are you not entertained?
And we're back to Whiskey Wonders if we cut that out, but we're
We don't have to cut that out.
no, it was pretty. We'll keep
You
it.
know, I think. But yeah, man. Shit, dude. Well,
What else?
you know, we're talking about fighting and.
Kick his ass,
Let's get away from the fighting. Okay, so obviously there's a lot of great cuisine in Fort Pierce. There's a lot of good food from
Fort Pierce, Florida.
but okay, well I was gonna get more from there's a lot of good food in Fort Pierce. But
South Florida.
speaking on food, we'll get into that. But also now if you go to a sub shop or a sub sandwich place that you just walked in, what kind of sandwich do you get?
All right. So, I mean, I do get different sandwiches every time, but are you asking me what's my
You go into a
favorite one?
brand new sub shop and like, hi, welcome to Pinky Subs. What can I get for you?
Shit, okay.
I'm
Pinkies.
obviously getting the pinky special.
I'm thinking, I'm like,
Oh, the open face roast beef sandwich
Extra provolone.
with the horseradish
I
sauce.
do not entertain.
But okay, so you go into Pooper's sandwich shop. I don't know, whatever you get.
damn, Bubba, now we're going down.
What? Okay, what sandwich are you getting? Quit dodging the question.
my go-to sandwich normally is a Philly cheesesteak. I really like a Philly. Rob.
Mine is the Italian.
Thank
Hot-
you,
hot
Rob.
or
Thank
cold?
you, Rob.
Hot or cold?
Cold.
Everywhere except for one place cold.
Okay.
There's
What's the one place?
There's this place called Roma's and
Right there at Rio Mar, right?
no,
what is
different one. It's in Palm City, right on the east side of the Palm City Bridge. There's like a little.
Right when you go over the bridge, right to the left.
If you're going east, yes, to the left.
Yeah, yeah.
They have it's an Italian sub, but it's called the Roma,
Okay.
and you can get it open face and a lightly toasted. It's called the hot Roma. Best sandwich Italian you'll get anywhere around here.
See, that's what
Romans,
I was
alright.
looking for because I'm an Italian sandwich maniac. That's all I get. But I don't get like that oil and vinegar and shit. I just get a nice Italian sandwich, provolone cheese. Don't fucking do it. Don't do it.
I have never seen this man get an Italian sandwich everywhere.
Not
He's
even
just
one.
confident
Bitch,
right now.
when's the last time we went to the sandwich shop? We go to the sandwich shop a lot.
Is there even a place called the
Remember
Sandwich Shop?
one of the podcasts? You're like, he always gets a
Buffalo chicken sandwich. That is what you get, bitch. So I get Italian sandwich, but like just lettuce, mayonnaise, and pickles.
I got a better question.
Hold on, a second. Hold on. I gotta address this.
Okay. Oh.
This is a major point of this. I have a huge issue with this.
Ooh, I didn't mean to do this.
A huge issue.
Huge, massive when it comes to Italian subs.
Oh, let's get.
This is important. This
Yeah,
is
I'm there,
important.
brother.
Who would ever put mayonnaise on an Italian sub?
Oh, you got.
Ooh,
I do.
brother, you have to put a mayonnaise on any meat sandwich in
What
your
do you,
life. What do you put?
What do you put it on there?
Oil and vinegar.
Oil and vinegar.
I do that and
You
mayonnaise.
gotta have the mayonnaise. You gotta have mayonnaise,
No,
brother.
dude. Mayonnaise is not
Spilling.
Italian.
I'm spilling.
No, but a mayonnaise.
Patty.
I put mayonnaise.
That is Italian.
Yeah,
No,
but
but,
that's But like also, y'all gonna lose your shit on this. I get lettuce, pickles, and mayonnaise on my Philly cheesesteak with no onions, no peppers.
Actually, I do like lettuce
So-
on my Philly cheesesteak. That
yeah.
is
So whatever, dude.
I'll put sauteed onions on a meatball parm. I like that.
Oh, that's
Yeah, that's not
fucking
that. But that
weird.
you don't. That's not weird.
Just
That
because I want something different.
crunchy.
that's not weird.
No,
That sounds
But
delicious.
But the
More like
funny
just
thing
cooked
is,
down, not sauteed.
I put
but-
you both say this, and I put lettuce on both of those sandwiches before, just because I don't know. for
lettuce
that- for
pretty-
the-
I
for the
mean-
texture.
As long as it doesn't sit, I can eat lettuce. Like if I can still feel that the lettuce is cold.
Okay.
But if the lettuce is all warm from not being on that meatball sub, I'm like, I'm not eating.
cold and it's shredded.
Yeah,
All right. Listen,
point.
better question.
shredded
Better
or
question.
chopped.
Do you think dolphins know tigers exist?
No, that's not the question I asked you earlier. I asked you, do you think you know? Don't try to steal my
What
shit.
do you think
Do you think that tigers know that sharks exist?
Oh, that's okay. That's
Don't
okay.
ever butcher my shit and try to steal my
You're-
shit and butcher it.
Stupid asshole.
You're like, Corey's like, yeah, we're both going to do open mic. I'm going to go up first, though.
This man, talk about a sandwich. I'm just kidding.
Okay, yeah, but really, you think tigers definitely don't know sharks
No,
exist?
more importantly, only a communist would put mayonnaise. on a sub.
Well, you know, hey.
Are you talking out of turn?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Stalin.
Just admit,
If you listen to Lenin, he's not
Come
that
on
bad.
now.
Okay, fine. You want me to just start getting oil and vinegar instead?
should.
What about what about the submarine sandwich
Submarine,
sauce?
You can put anything on.
The
The
sub
submarine sauce,
is
it's like
on
That's not an
point.
Italian sub.
already. Yeah, no, you get it on the Italian sub, man.
I don't.
You ever been to this place in Vero called
You don't get it- you
Penny
don't go-
Penny Hill?
No, I've heard of that.
Penny Hills. Oh, yeah,
Penny
Penny
Hill
Hill
subs.
subs. It's in Vero. I think it's on Old Dixie. I stopped in there not too long ago, and I got an Italian sub, slapping. It was on like a sesame roll. The key to a sandwich, the key to a good sandwich is
Let's
the
hear it,
bread.
let's hear it.
Is the bread.
Oh, that's not that. You're right, actually.
And you know who's got the best bread in town? Miranda Subs.
Oh, on point.
And
I love Miranda's, and they do got like all these pastries in there and shit down in
yeah,
Fort
their
Pierce.
cinnamon rolls be bussin'.
Miranda's Subs in
And
Fort Pierce, Florida. Subs.
And the one thing I don't like about bread is if it's too much. You can have the people that even though the bread's good, like it's good bread, but when you have like an inch and a half of meat and whatever, and you have like
The ratio has
That's-
to be
yeah.
right.
the ratio, and that place I'm telling you about, Roma in Palm City. Next time you guys are down there,
It's like
you gotta-
hollowed out.
Dude, it's like almost a half size, like the thickness of a sub roll. So you're getting more.
Perfect. And like that's like
The ratio is perfect, is like you said.
that's why I can't. That's why I don't really fuck with like bagel sandwiches.
Oh yeah, it's too much.
Because
bread.
it's too much. It's too much.
And
A
thick
bagel
bread,
you,
too.
you could have breakfast and have a bagel by itself with a thin layer of cream cheese, and it's filling. Now to put ham, cheese, tomato, like all this stuff on it, like that's still too much bread.
Right. You
But
get
that's why you get the bagel thins.
Dude, remember
Look at
Lazy
it.
Days?
Even to say it.
These are BOGO. They stock up on 'em.
Oh, that means buy one get one. In case you guys buy one get one.
Do you remember
Here's
Lazy
from Old
Days?
Granddad right here. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Whatever happened to Lazy Days, dude? That was some good fucking food.
Owner
downtown.
didn't have enough initiative. He had some lazy days.
He
Here.
followed you around for a while too.
No, I followed him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he left downtown and went to Sable Palm before we did.
Okay, so we, as in, all right. Let's. So everyone knows, you opened a skate
Throw this
shop
in that- throw
called
this in that ice
Undercover
for me.
Skate Shop.
Mm-hmm.
Throw this in that ice for me before we get in this.
Undercover Skate Shop,
Yeah,
Open
back
it up.
in 2007.
and
You want me to
Yeah.
yeah, just
illustrate that?
yeah.
All right.
Don't you don't have to mention me if you don't want to.
Yeah.
If you don't mention me though,
Yeah,
I'm mad.
Yeah, I'm mad. See? But before we get into the skateboarding thing, I just want to give one shout out. Around here, anybody that ever skated, been around here since the '80s. Our boy Rob Sackey, who him and his family opened Locals Only back in the mid '80s, which was the first core skate
Was
shop
that
like anywhere around
On
here.
Old Dixie.
No, it was
Okay.
on US 1. I forgot the name of the plaza. I think it might be, and there might be one of those Axe places in there now.
Oh yeah.
It's like a yellow plaza on the east side of US 1. up in
Yeah,
PSA,
down almost to PSA, like by St. Lucie West, kind of by Prima Vista.
but further south,
Okay.
but not as far. As
Oh yeah, it has like a Dollar Tree now. It's by Sky King.
further. Wait.
Okay, well I'm done. I'm done guessing.
Yeah. Anyway.
But, first core skate shop, skate only place. His parents, Bob and Fran Sackey, opened it up. That was the first place we could go get back when World stuff started popping.
That's yeah.
Like all that kind of stuff.
Way before
the
Skate
stuff that was
USA and shit.
controversial, like
Yeah,
stuff that your
that's-
mom would drop you off to buy, and you're like,
Yeah.
come home with a board that's in black plastic.
World
So it was-
Industries was the fucking shit.
So prior to that, the first, we had Island Water Sports in Fort Pierce. You know where Pelican Seafood
Yeah,
is?
yeah, yeah.
Yes.
You know that standalone building? I think it's a vet or something like that now. I don't
Like
know.
on the-
Across,
It has-
Spunky was right there.
it
Spunky
has
was
a
there too,
Has a drive-through
Yeah.
around the side of it.
Mhm.
That one,
right before Seaway.
right across from Seaway.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
on the left, though. It's not part of the plaza. It's like a standalone building. That was Island Water Sports. And so the first real skateboard I ever got, my first board was like a Nash Executioner from Zayres. It was like the most. It made
Oh yeah, I
800
don't know
pounds.
6 of those words, but yeah.
Ash Executioner.
Nash.
He said
Nash.
Ash Executioner
Nash.
from Zales, the
We're gonna put
jewelry
these up.
store.
We're definitely we
Open
got.
your ears,
We
guy.
should be writing all some shit down to
No,
put it up.
it's
But
Nash. It's an old '70s company. So they kind of sold out. You know how you can get world shit in Walmart or Dark Star?
Now you can, you can
now
get,
that
and you get
happens,
Mike McGill shoes and
when they
shit.
graduate,
Right. So Nash was a legit company back in the '70s, and they sold out to big box, which was Zayres, which is pretty much Target when I was a kid, here in Fort Pierce. So my mom, I wanted a skateboard, and she got me this Nash Executioner. Had this big, I'll pull up a picture in a minute. Neon Dragon on it, two-tone wheels.
way too cool.
It had to weigh 30 pounds.
She had the Double Dragon Pro model.
It's a Cisco album.
So finally I
Hill.
go to get I get my grandma, who was always good for the hookup, took me to Island Water Sports, to get a real skateboard, and they had like. You walk into most surf shops carried skate shit because there really wasn't core skate shops in South Florida.
Right.
It was like Island Water Sports.
That was it. Yeah.
So when you walk in, you smell like surf wax. So ever since then, like the smell of surf wax always kind of kicks me back to like.
I love that, man.
Skating, which is weird, but it is what it is. So I get this silver Tony Hawk, red tracker trucks, black rat bones, the whole.
Wait, you get was it the one that had like the cross and it was the vulture skull?
The vulture
Dude,
bones.
It's on my wall in my
That's
house.
sick. The vulture bones is a good board.
Yeah, it was badass. So that type of for a few years that's what we had, but that was mostly like your Santa Cruz, your Vision, Palo Peralta, the stuff you're going to get at like an Island Water Sports is going to be pretty mainstream, kind of normal stuff. They're not really going to carry. When World started doing its thing, like corporate surf shops don't want that kind of product.
They don't want a board with a naked black woman on it, like
Okay.
Rudy Johnson had for Blind. You remember that one?
Yeah, I remember a lot of them.
And she was like, and I was like, I just remember seeing that, and I was like, I have to have that skateboard.
That was Randy Colvin.
Randy Kelvin.
It was.
Yeah. I'm sorry, not Rudy
actually
Johnson.
had a velvet, like those velvet Elvis paintings.
Yeah.
If you touched it, it was velvet.
Yeah.
It was the
on the
better
bottom?
shit. And then
Yeah,
like
it
even
was
like the
badass,
even
dude.
up the fucked up blind kid series.
Oh yeah.
High guy,
like the garbage.
jerking Jordan. Rear end Rudy. One of them was rear end Rudy.
So they got into like skating just changed totally. We went from like the.
I don't remember.
You never seen the man who sold the world? It's about Steve Rocco. It's a documentary. Dude, the man Mike V came to him and was like, I really want to do this. You know, I'm really into animals. I really want to do this farm, this peaceful like cartoon farm animal type themed board. And he's like, I got you. He's like, don't worry, it'll be out next week. And put it out, and it was like a bunch of happy like cartoon things all walking to the slaughterhouse and shit.
Oh, no.
It was so fucking funny. But Mike V ain't think that was funny for one bit. He said,
No, he
I'll
was
already
not.
kill his ass. But I was like, that's so funny that people would just be like,
Yeah,
like,
so
can we do this?
And that's what.
Let's do it.
And they did. They did everything. There wasn't anything they wouldn't put on a board or their ads. It was just totally different. So
Damn, they had some good ones too.
Rob and his parents, Fran and Bob, opened Locals Only, and they carried all the cool stuff you couldn't get anywhere else. You know, whatever stuff you saw in the magazine. They also, on top of that, they would block off the parking lot and do contests and stuff on the weekends there, or at Lingate Park. They get a permit in the parking lot at Lingate Park. So it was always something. Almost, I'm not gonna say monthly, but every couple months, whatever. And it was just. It really, in a way, kind of forged my idea as a young kid, a person introing into skating. Like, almost immediately, I'm like, I want to own a shop one day. This is rad.
Yeah.
Like, just seeing, because I remembered how stoked I was.
Yeah.
and my
But you
friends
wanted to
were.
own a shop that did that.
Well,
Right.
Not
the
a
dude
shop
be
that
the dude,
did
like-
that just would do any like a shop that would do events and like
I
just
just
be the
wanted-
Like
cool,
be the core shop,
be the
not
cool
like some
place. Yeah,
fucking
just like,
weird
be the
skate
cool
shop where
I
you
just
have like
wanted-
we sell snowboard stuff too or some shit or
No,
like anything
no.
weird. You know,
First
you wanna
sponsor
be
I had was Peter Glenn Surf Shop
Surf
or
and
whatever.
Snow or
It's
whatever,
Surf
yeah.
and Snow. It was in Delray Beach. It was my first sponsor.
a snow shop.
I
in
got
Delray
my
Beach.
first sponsor was a surf and snow shop. I did neither one of
Yeah,
those
how does that
things.
even
I
make
did
sense
neither,
around here?
I did neither one of those things. Surf, I get it.
But
I
yeah,
think
you're
no.
right. So I kind of like, I came up in that. I came up in core skate. I came up in parking lot contests. And then right around that time, Island Water Sports had a demo. The Bones Brigade came to Island Water Sports.
Damn.
There's some pictures. It's not the full crew,
That's cool though.
but I think there's some dudes that have some photos floating around. And it's funny, I'm in the background of a couple. There's like Mike V, Ollie, and like 16 decks like lined up on the
Hauling
ground.
ass.
And like there's
And
like,
you're in the background.
I'm sitting with like this massive afro. And they're like, yeah.
He says, "Is that Art Garfunkel?" No, that's me. That's
So
me.
it was that particular stop. It was Mike V. He was still am. He wasn't even pro yet. Adrian Demain, Per Wellander, and Steve Size. They pull up in this van. They have a friggin' launch
No,
ramp
not
on
one of
top
those
of
people.
on top of the van. They pull it off, attach it to this box, start blasting the Beastie Boys, and they do this.
You're talking about the movie Grind.
Yeah.
In the cube, right
Yeah.
in front of
Cleveland.
us. you know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
But so those are
Thrashing.
those early memories as I was thinking about, you know, man, one day I'd really like to have a shop. And honestly, I never thought I would. I just, that's a lot of money. It's
still a little cool
it's
dream to like chase. It feels fun while you're doing it.
Yeah. So when I got the opportunity, now the crew of dudes I ran around with, they had some parents that were kind of in the know around here with like politicians and stuff like that. So every once in a while we would get together and go to like a council meeting or something and be like, yeah, we want a skate park and everything. And they were always cool. They were like, yeah, we'll see. But their answer was always no.
Right.
So basically it was like 20 years later.
I was gonna say, when did that start? Like, so
it was like 20 years later, and I want to say it was Mike Lewis that reached out to me, and he's like, Rob, I just found out, and I don't know how he found out, that they just allocated $500,000 to build a skate park. Finally,
He hacked their computer. How do you mean he didn't find out how he found out? Motherfucker was in there.
Mike Lewis.
Infrastructure.
friggin' Bitcoined them. But so we go meet with the Parks and Rec director lady, and they wanted to have like some local contractor dude. Like, I'm like, you can't do that. They're like, well, we can get so much more for the money. I'm like, you can't. I'm like, would you let a landscape company come in here and build you a golf course?
T-Pain.
No, you can't do that. It's not like, so that was a bit of a fight, but eventually the park ended up being smaller than what they originally kind of planned on, but the quality of what they got was way better. So, and then as we're going through that process, I'm thinking, man, like, we don't even have a shop here, like to help support.
Yeah, kids board breaks or whatever.
Right.
Where's it going?
So I started talking to my wife Amber about it, and she's like, well, if it's something you think we can do, and
Trying to get ahead of this thing.
and it made sense in my mind. I was like, look, this is the scene's going to grow. I assumed anyway, and if
It did.
Well, at the time I was thinking what it's gonna do, and looking forward, but and it did, yeah, for sure. But I'm like, if we put a shop together to support it, we can make it grow more legitimately, rather than just like be this thing that like, oh, there's some guy out there, slinging shit out of his car, or kids are going to Walmart to get stuff. Like, no, we can legitimately support the park. Yeah. The park will help support the business. Right. We can put our.
And now it's so crazy because we got a skate park and no skate shop.
Yeah.
Right.
How fucking insane is that?
Well, Fort Pierce didn't have the backing that it does now either. You know what I mean? Like, I think
there's no retail.
But anyway, so let's keep going with this because I love the story. I mean,
well, so in doing all that, I looked into it,
one of these cigarettes,
and so we kicked off Undercover in 2007, and it was
history
awesome.
It was really fun, man. It was a good time. I got to experience a good.
Did I get canceled for this?
You're probably
a cigarette,
dude. Do you? Can I? What do you got me over
there?
Yeah.
If you got, hey, actually, give me that ashtray. You got
one for
two
me?
more?
You mind if I
have whatever you want, man?
Oh hell yeah! Give me that ashtray
for you guys.
Damn, brother.
There's a cutter and a lighter.
Okay.
Hey, I'm sorry about all those old jokes.
Yeah. Old Grandad.
Old Grandad. But the whiskey's not.
Redeem yourself.
That whiskey's not that bad though.
No, it's not.
That's really not.
That was a good one.
Give me whichever. Give me.
All right,
give me the big one because I'm big dog.
What do we got over here? What's
yeah?
good?
Can you explain these to us?
We got.
Why do you have them in a gun case?
All right, this one is a
It's about to get your
governor's
a cigar.
This is a governor's Gurkha. I can't really read that.
Well, I'll take it in.
Gurkha. Yeah.
Gurkha.
Hold it up.
Let me give me one.
Oh, what is you want that one? Governor's Gurkha. All right.
I don't touch no gherkin.
What?
I don't touch no other man's gherkin. So.
What about these? What's this one here? A Titan.
Governor's Gurkha, private blend.
A Gurkha Titan.
Where are these from? Where are these from? The evidence room.
Gurkha.
Sorry.
No, I've had them for a while. I get order most of them online.
You gotta,
yeah, we got a cutter here.
They're just different. You won't be able to tell the difference. I mean, if you're not.
Are they light?
Relatively, yeah.
Okay,
they're not like super heavy or nothing like that.
So we got a Titan Gurkha.
You know what you're doing over there?
Yeah, I want to. You got a key on you? I'd rather punch it. But
I do have a punch, but it fell off my keychain, so all I
you
have is
punch
the cleaner
it?
part.
I've never punched it. I've always clipped it.
brother, you over here trying to do a Rise of the Warrior? You never punched it? Come on, man.
Fucking Macho Man Randy Savage.
But I'll chop it.
You just chop the end. I don't.
Motherfucker,
chop
I know how to smoke cigars.
I just chop like a little bit. Yeah, I lived in fucking St. Pete for like 7 years, so I was always in Ybor, and we would just get pretty shit drunk. You know what I mean out there. And there's so many cigars like shops.
Right.
The biggest thing for me is once they sell all the cigars, they sell the boxes for $1. And there's some, I'm sure you've seen some really fucking cool cigar boxes. So I would go in there to buy the cigar. I think you've been with me to do this before. All my friends that visit, I would come in and I would always bring them to the shop to get the, $1 whatever. But every time I'd go, I'd be pretty drunk and I'd fucking grab.
Give me a lighter.
A small one or whatever. But I'd always get like halfway through it and just be like, I'm fucking buzzing, and I'd throw it out. I didn't want to have it with me or something. And half the time I'd lose the box too that I went.
That's even more.
I know. I've broken the boxes before, and I've done it so many times. I've actually ended up with maybe like 5 boxes total, and I've probably done it like 30 times.
Damn.
I've just given them away too and stuff like that. But there's like a few at my house that hold like some cool rocks that I've gotten in just different areas. But yeah, cool story.
Cool.
Really fun story about.
I used to get so drunk I'd buy these boxes and lose them.
Idiot.
Hell yeah, bro, they're good ones.
But yeah, the shop, opened up, and it was a total pain in the butt. Like honestly, from a business level. Number one, like you were saying, like niche retail in Fort Pierce, because it definitely has a ceiling. Like unless you're selling like barbecue tires.
Here's what I think. I think that
the
scene was just growing. The scene was like a baby.
Well,
the skate scene was a baby.
6 months after we opened, if not 4 months after we opened, is when the economy dumped.
Yeah.
Totally, like everything tanked.
2008.
Yeah. So then, and there was a lot of other things we had to deal with, like pre-booking shoes. I'm paying full wholesale for things, and then people come in and be like, "Look what I just found at Bell's," paying less than
what you paid for.
Less than what I paid for.
You're like those. You didn't want to buy them from here, and like
God. And I get it. I mean,
it's here. Like Fort Pierce is a bargaining ass city.
I mean,
you can't sell anything in the city of Fort Pierce for full price. The motherfuckers ain't buying.
Dale's barbecue. That's about it.
yeah.
I pay full price for that sweet tea.
That's right.
Yeah. But it's
true. So,
we really out here, dog.
Hey, cheers, everybody.
Hey, appreciate.
Hey, Rob.
Sure.
Thank you for coming, man. I really
appreciate Old Grandad.
And I really appreciate you coming out and these cigars.
Cheers, the cigars is hitting it, dog, right now. Yeah, they're gonna be mad as hell. This place don't smell like this, but
I don't know what we're yelling about!
not yet, big dog.
So sorry, sometimes it's bad.
So this man.
But I'll try to get through and finish up this.
No, keep talking. No, we got time, brother.
That's what we're doing, man.
That's what we want to hear. No,
when we opened it, the thing, and like I was talking about before, with the demos and people coming through and the shop doing things to hype skateboarding. That was like the most important thing to me. It was definitely. I'm not gonna.
That's the most. That was the most immature way to handle it, but it was the best, funnest way. Best thing you could have ever given us.
I don't know.
It was part of the plan, dude.
No,
But like we would have so much fun every single night, every night.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not trying to make money, okay? Because it's a business. But I didn't want to make money till like way later.
You chose.
I just want to hype skating.
Well, you did that. You brought Greg
did
Letzka to the fucking Fort Pierce. You had cool fucking events, man. You did that.
I met all of my childhood heroes literally because of you.
Yeah, dude.
Whether it was me at the barracks and everything in California, or it was when they came to Fort Pierce. Eric Costin asked me for a picture, not because of the way I skateboarded, but directly because of you. That was not a lie. He said, "Hey, can I get a picture?" That's why we'll pull it up. We'll pull it up on the video. Watch, you'll see it. I look so fucking out of control because he's like, "You want a picture?" I'm like this. And he's like, he's Eric Costa, so he's like, and I'm just like, yeah.
Well, there was some stuff that
crazy, but like that's like I would have never been able to do that without you. So like you didn't. I guess in my eyes, selfishly, like you didn't do it for no reason.
No, I did do it for a reason.
You know, and
Right.
like, but the reason
I just don't want anybody that's listening to this to say, "Oh, dude, that dude's trying to make money." You know, whatever. Yeah, yeah. Obviously, I'm trying to pay my
Pass
bills.
that
You
to
know what I
my
mean?
guy.
But that
that's
wasn't
what
the
that's
mission.
what it was. You
That
were trying to
wasn't the
pay bills. You weren't trying to make.
Yeah, you weren't trying to.
You
become
weren't
rich.
trying to
no.
buy a fucking Maserati. You were
were
trying to
trying to-
pay your bills,
You were trying to go to the fucking skate
just like
shop
everyone in Fort
at
Pierce.
night, have a couple beers, hang out, make your money, go home, do the same thing next day,
Right.
Make
scene
enough
for
to pay everything.
skateboarding.
Yeah.
And it worked for a while. It worked really well. Like I don't do like I mean some of the craziest and funniest laughs of all time. I know you don't even want me to like bring shit, but I'm gonna fuck with you.
I don't know. You got a red button.
I'm gonna
already?
fuck with you.
You got a red button. Is it?
Man, I'm gonna tell him about that time I came in there.
That's what you need.
Yeah,
You
these
need
boys-
you need a censorship pad. So you like,
These,
yeah, you know that. Beep.
Man, I remember I came in one time.
I don't like it.
Take it easy, guy.
Take it easy, guy.
All right, man. There was a bunch of people looking at fart porn. I don't
I don't even know what the hell that is.
Listen, man. I don't know if you were there or not.
He said, allegedly, you might have.
But
You know, we told
man,
you
I
about
mean,
it.
It was the funniest shit to me. Actually, you know what's fucking really wild? I didn't even think about this before this podcast started. This dartboard right here
It's the one from the shop.
was in Undercover skate shop. And
It
I
absolutely
fucking
was.
you owned
It's
it.
the exact one.
And you fucking put me on. You let me work there for a while, which I was really grateful for. This whole thing, and I fucking
Still
learned
fucking sucks.
I learned how to play darts on this right now, and I fuck up these fools weekly, and they know it. But right here, this is that's
I don't know
so
what he's
funny,
saying. I
man.
don't-
I remember we used to do
You guys taught me on this fucking dartboard.
because a day or two, like here or there, whatever.
Dude, get in the shot, brother, man. We were trying to see your handsome ass face.
No. We would do was it Thursday nights? We had bike night downtown, so I keep the shop open late.
Oh,
and
I
kinda
do
keep
remember.
like
Yeah.
a little bit of like a relaxed atmosphere.
Bike
Yeah,
night
yeah.
People
Thursdays.
strolling through with have a beer, whatever.
The Guardian
And
Angels.
it worked out. Like we made sales, up until 9 o'clock. So
People be
it's-
drunk and fucking
Yeah, like
yeah.
oh, and their kid would be like, "Yo, can I get that?" I don't know if you remember, like they had this like Buzz Lightyear backpack that Nike SB came out.
Yes.
with. I sold that on a bike night for like
I, bu-
$200.
I bought
Dude, speaking of that,
I bought the pair PJ Ladd DCs for $120. That was like that was with that was like
I
with the because
forgot about those.
they had the Cadillac leather, and I've been trying to find them ever since. I've been like thinking like I'll pay $220 for them shoes.
You know what's a crazy ass shoe that came back that you can't find right now?
D3s.
No, Air Force Ones. Yo,
Yeah, it is
dude,
hard to find some clean
I used to
uptowns.
buy them from the fucking convenience stores and shit, and they were like maybe real or something.
Those were Air Farce ones.
But listen, I mean that was far fetched, but I used to buy
that was a perfect.
like you could get them anywhere. You know what I mean? Like I went to New York when I was 18, and they were selling them in garbage bags. People were like, I got black ones, I got white ones. You know what I mean? Like I'm not even kidding. And now you can't
Talk about
fucking
New York
find-
in 2008 versus now.
Yeah, but anywhere, any Fort Pierce, anywhere, you cannot find these shoes. Like they're sold out anywhere. You go to order them online, they're $149.
Dude, the last pair of Air
Are
Force
you?
Ones
What'd
I
you
had-
say?
$149.
All way uptown Air
140.
Force Ones, $140.
The lows.
Check out the Air Force
The
Ones
Lows.
I had.
Yeah.
It was a few years before I opened the shop. I was still into basketball and shit. I got a pair of Rasheed Wallace
Oh, already insanely in love with these
high
shoes.
top. They were all patent leather black, with his little like how he used to shoot that
Yeah,
J like
yeah.
with his hands like way
Yep.
up. He had like this
Yep.
silhouette.
Yeah.
Had that like stitched on the back on the heel.
Oh, believe me, Rasheed Wallace is one of my
And
favorite
I
basketball
got them
players.
for like 110. I think I sold them for almost 500.
Jesus.
That was
Damn.
actually part of the money I was selling everything I had to get money together to open the shop
The
with.
shop, yeah.
So I was just like grabbing like
I sell the shoes.
yeah, all
Yeah.
this stuff, getting this. No, I don't need that. Man, I even sold my GI Joes, man.
Fucking clean it out.
Yeah.
dude.
Bet you tripping
I
right
mean-
here, right here, off the Nike website, $90.
You're crazy.
All whites right now. Look,
Can you-
Uptowns. I'm looking at them.
Oh, what's Uptowns? What is Uptowns? I'm
it's
talking
just-
about the lows.
Sorry, brother. I
What
forget.
the
I forget you're from Florida.
This
That's the
motherfucker here.
Uptowns. You got the Uptowns, brother. Those
Okay.
are those are
Forces?
all white forces.
Forces?
All white
Forces?
forces.
Or Uptowns?
Uptowns.
Oh shit.
Come on, brother. Hit the horns. I didn't lie.
Ah, shit. But
Oh, they got the women's for $80,
Also,
so you get $10 off.
this is a thing, you remember this?
I do.
this isn't yours, but this is like the Money Cat, and you had the one with the Nikes that Nike SB came out, which they probably came out with maybe fucking 500
Brother,
total.
look. $90, bitch.
Order them right now. I'll give you. I'll sell you right now.
You know the funny.
Hey, sell me 180 and I'll get them.
They were only made one
It's
per
90 a
Nike
shoe.
SB account.
First,
But
right?
More than half of them got broke during shipping.
So do you remember how much I tried to get this cat from you, the fucking Money Cat, and you were just like over years, no, and I think maybe
He
at some
acted like
point
the cat. He just
we
kicked like this.
parted ways
No.
when Undercover like got sold and the whole thing. I think I might have been not like around or something, but
I think G-Man ended up with it.
I think Jake did.
Jake's got
Was
it.
it Jake? Or
Jake
Jake?
still got it.
But I found this at a fucking thrift store, and it's like it's legit too. It's like ceramic and like not like
It's
a
like the
fucking,
same mold, just without the shoes put on it.
But yeah, it's not like the super cheap weird one. It could be like original. I don't know.
Jake's got the weird
But,
ability to keep stuff that it was
I wanted to
worth it.
buy that for you. I was like, dude, just let me. I was like working for you for like no money at the time, too. I was like, he didn't even pay me, and I was like, just let me get the money. He's like, no.
He said, I got these new creature board. I get a board and
I
get a
don't
complete.
even get paid. Let me
Get
the
a
money
complete.
cat. He's like, fuck no.
I'll work for you for the next 6 months for that cat. He said,
Hell
Can't do
no.
it. Can't do it.
And that's why I thought it was so funny, because this, like, I had this money. This is like my shit I found at the thrift store, but I was thinking about like
Dude, it
shit I
looks
wanted
like
to talk
the
about, and I'm
the
like,
same.
exactly the same.
Oh, I thought you were going to say, it
was
looks like you got it at
I'm
a
about
thrift store.
to fucking paint some damn. That's funny too. Whatever.
You guys are
Yeah,
wrong.
I don't know what we're yelling about.
What speaking of the old shop, man, what I really want to do is figure out how to get back into the old MySpace page. Just for
I've
the-
been trying to figure
just
that
for
out.
the
I've been
photos.
trying to get into my MySpace page for probably the last 3 years, and I don't have the same email. So like, we'll email you, and I'm like, well, I don't have it. You want to change it? And they're like, we'll send you a code to your cell phone. I'm like, I don't have that number either, because that was 15 years ago. And
Dude,
they're
I
like,
would love to
Sorry.
see my MySpace. MySpace, please reach out and fix your fucking shit. Because I know there's
Dude,
so
imagine
many
if we had
photos and so
MySpace
much
as a
good shit.
sponsor. We could probably get MySpace to sponsor our podcast.
Well, let's talk a little bit more shit about them, and then maybe.
Dude, every picture I ever took,
Here it comes.
from like painting the store all the way to like pretty much Facebook came out. Every photo was put on MySpace. Every one of them. Like
I was on top 8, Undercover top 8.
top 8.
We're-
Stop playing. Shit.
you were on the top 8 of Undercover? Damn, that's tight, dude.
Let's go. Ball with the ball. Yeah, white trash made it to the Undercover top 8.
I love how the.
I might have, I'm not. We're not going about numbers, but I was in I was one of the 8.
Yeah.
That's tight.
Probably number 1 of the 8.
Do you remember how important that was?
That was important.
And then people try to dilute it by getting the top 16.
I
You're
was
like,
not cool
oh
enough."
damn.
I remember getting like messages from people
You took me off.
Asking.
You moved me down.
asking to be in the top 8. Like when I had the shop. Like
I worked
Bro,
in the
what's
shop.
up?
I wasn't in the top 8, so fuck you. You know,
I pretty much made
Well,
it.
you know, hey,
because I
I'm
can't
like,
kick
whatever
flip
the top
crook.
8 is now is what it's staying. I'm not messing with
Can
it.
you
So
kick flip crook?
I've done them.
I've done them.
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff done. Nice.
yeah, lots of good memories, man. Lots of good shit. But that's where it all came from. The mold. Back to my buddy Rob.
That's good.
He passed
So-
away last week. Like
Oh,
She did.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
When you said that,
Yeah.
I thought I'd recognize it.
that's kind of what got me on this train. But I just want to give a shout out to him.
Yeah.
Like, the impression.
Yes, man,
energy,
Rob
yeah.
Sacchi. Raise
Rob
a glass,
Sacchi,
Rob
a little
Sacchi.
moment
of silence.
Independent, the dude who had the best shit in town.
He's one of the OGs. But if it wasn't for the way he kind of some of the ideas he had and the things he did directly influenced how I kind of envisioned.
But do you remember how like we were, and this is like probably for lack of a better word, should we say, but we were trash. We were
Kids?
just
Us?
no, just us. Like whenever we would show up to contests or anything, or like anywhere, we were like just like we were like
At
Dogtown.
first.
We refined it, and we were like Dogtown and Z Boys. Here's our money. Now
You're
give us our
stupid.
trophies, bro. But like we were just like everyone was like, yeah. I went up to a contest at Undercover. My friend got beat up, and then my girlfriend got stolen from me. But the guys are really, I think they're nice.
Yeah, I mean,
We had
They're cool.
we had a really rough
we did our thing,
reputation.
man.
Everyone thought we were poor, so they were just like, yeah. Everyone.
What you talking about, Willis?
We had,
What the heck?
dude. We were not the
how did
cleanest
you-
kids.
How did you come up with the like? I guess we'll touch base on it like briefly, but we know this. You're a detective cop. You're in the part of the police
Absolutely,
force.
18 years. Yeah.
Is that why you came up with Undercover?
I don't think it is, but that's what a lot of people thought. Oh, he's an undercover
Brother.
cop.
You
He's just-
that didn't
And
cross your
for so
mind?
many years,
No.
so many years, like even me working there,
I guess
heard it
that's
so
fair,
much,
'cause I
like,
didn't
you
realize
work
it.
for the cop, you work for the cop, undercovers, and I'm like,
Right.
I don't, and I so weirdly it coincides a little bit, undercover cop, but I don't. It doesn't like.
No, it wasn't like I'm trying to come up with a catchy cop name for my skate shop.
Okay.
Like not at all.
Okay,
But
okay.
I was trying to come up with a one-word name that was kind of like.
It wasn't.
I always liked the name, obviously Supreme. I like the name Familia. There's certain names I liked in shops
There
that were
is
kind of
the
like
little one, like even
this-
like but
whatever. And
yeah.
so like
KCDC.
skateboarding when I came up was a lot different than it is. We didn't have ESPN and all this, Nike money and all this crazy shit going on. Like no one liked skaters for the most part. We had this little hot minute in the 80s where everyone had Tony Hawk haircuts and wore
But
pink
now
shorts.
everyone loves skaters now. I mean,
And then everybody was like, punks, and you're getting chased around parking lots everywhere you go. So it was more like an underground kind of thing. And I thought underground's kind of And underground kind of led me to Undercover.
That's Tony Hawk. Really?
Shit.
It's
Damn.
kind of
Really?
yeah.
Fuck, I known you for this long, and I'm like this. I'm like, that's how you made the
That's the
shop?
first
That's how
time,
you
yeah.
came up with that?
That's what you had, Sam?
Yeah. Yeah, man.
What you talking about, Willis?
So, man, travel this whole country with you.
Yeah.
So everyone's
Skateboard
like,
adventures.
it's because it's undercover. He's a cop. He's going
Yeah.
undercover. He's
Yeah.
a narc.
Every time we skate a curb, he calls the cops.
But
on
then they would
Such
come
a
up.
weird
They would
thing,
come up
too.
to our content, and like, they were like, our contests were more like parties, but like everyone shredded, everyone ripped, everyone put it down for their home city
Right.
and skated as much as
there
they
was
could.
never-
But they fucking partied like no tomorrow. And you better be on your P's and Q's, brother. You at Port Pierce. Like, that's the thing. And like if you're hanging out with
You get a
people from
BJ
anywhere,
and
like
a
so
fucking
you like they'll be like, man,
push
that-
up
they'll be
fucking
like, that
bathroom.
guy's kind of acting out of pocket. Let's just avoid him. But if Port Pierce like that guy's way out of pocket, boys.
Everybody, let's go check his ass.
Exactly. It's not. It's like that guy's acting way out of pocket. Watch this.
Everybody in the corner like this. Let's go check
Other
this
places, like we should probably leave that guy alone. I'm like,
Well,
guy. Not around here, boy.
it's
Just go places with a certain, I learned this from a very young age too. There used to be like ramps, Gainesville, Ocala, Miami, like, different half pipes, old school, late 80s stuff. You don't just pull up, hop out of the car, pad up, get up on the deck, and start skating. Like, that's just not how it works. And I'm sure you guys have gone to different spots.
But also, I don't like that. I don't know, like me, even as a human being, like as a person who my mother raised, I would never just do that. I would never just do that.
But people do. Like,
You know what I'm saying? I would never just go walk on someone's shit and start skating. I would go knock on their door and be like, I noticed you
Oh,
got a ramp.
wait, just like in someone's yard or something?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I would never go do that to somebody.
But back in the day, that was probably a different thing. Like in,
but, like,
certain
that's still- you
neighborhoods and
don't-
shit. No, it's different day and age, man. Like
Well,
they
that's
back.
like had a lot to
Okay,
do with
then they're
why
worse than
Rob's-
us because I would always ask.
Rob
You know what I mean?
Sackey's shop was named Locals Only.
Dude, and also that kind of you guys had like a little issue. There was a ramp that you guys had called Mango,
The Mango
Pit,
Pit, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it was this ramp that we all would go skate and party at and stuff. And it was at your parents' house, I believe, right?
Grandparents property, yeah.
And yeah, people would just show up out there. And I knew I would kind of go out there too because you.
What a
kinda
good
gave me
ramp.
the-
What a
the,
good
you
ramp.
know,
What
the-
a great ramp.
okay, and I would
Yeah,
never
yeah.
go out there with people and do anything stupid. But when I would be out there, sometimes it's just people showing up. I'm like, that would be at a part,
Right.
like when we are hanging out, you know what I mean, and just show up randomly.
That was-
It's like,
yeah.
we come skate this all the time, and I'm like, I don't. It wasn't like
That
a
was
couple
kind of
times
it
I
was
said
like a
something,
skate
but-
park. It was like a skate park.
Yeah, it was
You'd
never
be
really
there
my
and
place,
anyone could
but-
show up that you didn't know. Which like everyone, but
And
that was such a good
honestly,
ramp.
I was a little conflicted about some of that because I'm like, you know
R.I.P.
what,
that ramp.
cool,
It's
like
best.
It had the cocaine
I'm down for
coping.
I'm down for anybody that wants to skate. Yeah, go skate, have fun, awesome. That's why it's here. But on the flip side, like, there's got to be a lot of
respectful.
respect.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
And
have to be.
If I show up and I know none of us have been there the last couple of days, and there's beer cans or trash,
That's
exactly.
Mountain Dew bottles
Exactly.
everywhere, and then it's not too hard to lightly lurk on MySpace and see.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure you narrowed it down to us a few times. You know what I mean?
That's
some
exactly
clowns
it.
from Vero decided to come.
Yeah, but yeah,
disrespect the
that's
spot,
like
but-
it's easier to be like you party like if we get drunk out there. Whatever. It was just weird. It reminded me of being at a skate park where like it'd be like me, you, and maybe like a couple other people all skating out there or whatever, and like 3 dudes would show up that I've never seen before, but they knew you, and you being the nice guy that you are was like, yeah, I got a ramp, you can skate it,
Right.
and they come up and it's just really weird, and I'm like,
The
I'm like,
respect
but
thing,
like
too, like
they
you
just
also
looked at
gotta,
it as a ramp, not like it's like you're at Rob's
Right.
grandparents' house. Like me, I'm at Rob's grandparents' house. They look at it as like I'm at this
Yeah,
half
this
pipe at someone's house.
random
back
ramp,
then-
yeah.
You know what I'm
To the
saying?
To the same kind of concept back in my day,
How old are you?
Oh,
old
shit.
enough.
Back in my day?
You would just straight get beat down. Like, who are you?
Oh,
why are you
step
here?
out with
Who told you about
with
this?
the fucking
Who do you think you are?
blammer on them or something,
Like,
you know? Like, hey,
dude,
Oh, they didn't have no. They just fought.
you would just get.
well,
shit.
no, I mean, dude, they definitely had muskets, dude.
This man,
I'm
this
just
man's
kidding.
a-
I'm just playing.
Dude, the whole scene was like that. On the flip, like,
Granddad.
as far as, like the surf scene goes, like North Beach is like.
Local.
I don't fuck
Fucking
with the
locals.
surf scene. That
you
shit
can't.
is
Dude,
too
They
much
used
for
to have
me,
these
dog.
T-shirts.
I
in
fucking
the
I got
day.
a couple good homeboys, and it is locals, dude. They
How do I go start surfing in locals only territory? Can't do it, brother.
They used to have
are
these
you
T-shirts
local?
made.
Just keep it cool, man.
Like, wow.
Hey, what's up, fellow surfers? I do this all the
They had
time.
these
No,
T-shirts made
most
that
of the
was like
surfers
a
will probably
skull.
see you from the skate park or
They have
skate
a-
and know
they have
you.
a-
So
They have like a patch like that I could
No,
get.
it was a T-shirt with a skull on it and had like 2 surfboards behind it, and it said, "If you don't live here, don't surf here," and that shit was enforced.
and that's what I'm saying. You live here.
Like,
You live here. You
Brother,
and
let's
it-
start
and-
that with skateboards and just say,
Dude.
if you don't live here, don't skate here, and just
Oh,
sell them at
shit.
Oh, this is too.
But then we would be pissed
We'll
because
just
we
sell
go
them
other
at
places
Teeks.
and be like
We'll
so
just sell them
mad.
at Teeks.
We would be so mad when we go to other places.
that's another thing. Speaking about Teak, man, I wish he was here.
Shout out Teek. Teek was supposed to come tonight,
No, he wasn't. He had stuff to do.
and he had some
The
shit to do,
universe had
but
other
we're
plans.
We're gonna reschedule
But-
him, and we're gonna.
No,
have
but
him
that's
on.
the thing. He's had the renaissance, the reemergence of the joy of skateboarding, getting the whole joy back, and just going out and skateboarding, and it's amazing to see.
Yeah,
It's amazing to see because like I've been working and not skating as much as I could, as much as I should, but like
Right.
getting back out there and seeing him doing it and like him being so like just not hyped on skateboarding for so long and then going back to it and loving it. I'm like, that's awesome.
that is awesome. I guess it just shows it doesn't go away. I mean, you can choose not to do it, and
For a little while.
I've chosen not to do it.
I was gonna say, what about you, man? Coming
I
into
kicked around this weekend a little bit.
Yeah?
but I'm not. I
What
don't know.
you got a heel flip in you? You got a kick flip in you?
Only 10 or more stairs.
I could kick flip, yeah, but
You said, yeah, you bring me
Front
to a
blunt,
set,
5-0
man.
shove, front blunt, 5-0 shove.
everybody's biting my
Man.
shit.
Spanky Blunts, look that American video.
In the American video. I mean, come on. Like, yeah, right.
Hey, I just want to acknowledge that y'all ain't lying. It is hot in here, and
It's
I am
fucking
so
hot.
sorry. But
We're working on
we're
the
hot
Whiskey
boxing.
Wonders.
We're hot boxing, talking about hot topics. I mean, what do you expect?
Well, I gotta give some more love to my boy Teak, because I remember
He's the man.
he used to work at Jensen Beach Island Water Sports. You know where that place used to be? Right down there.
end.
Right there at the end.
very end.
That's where I got my first pair of shoes, Brian Sumner's audios.
Oh,
dude.
wow.
Those were good ones. Those were good
They
ones.
were so good.
You didn't get to Kenny Anderson?
Come
Oh,
on
the
now.
kid, the
I
kid,
was the truth.
the
I was
kid,
the
the
truth.
V2s,
Come on, man.
the V2s.
I didn't
are
get the
better
Jeremy
ones.
Rays.
The Jeremy, you
Kenny-
never had the Rays with that.
Actually, I
no,
did get
come
the Jeremy Rays, but I never got
on.
the
Shout
Kenny
out audio,
Andersons.
rest in peace.
So there was this little corner behind the counter that had all the skate stuff. It had like maybe a row
Yeah,
or two
right.
of decks.
When you go back to the left.
right around the
and this
Yeah.
like little guy back there like gripping boards and putting stuff together. It was
It was
Teak.
Teak.
And that's where I
You know
met
what's
him.
funny is you said that and I pictured like
Yeah.
like I'm sorry, a Keebler elf. Like there's like I just make skateboards all day.
Yeah.
Like that was Teak, and he's like
And then now he still just makes.
now he's just a
skateboards
grown up
and fucking-
Keebler elf making
but-
skateboards and making people happy.
I
Shoes,
never-
dude. He's
I
got his
n-
fucking
I
shoe
never
game on.
really got to skate much with him. They would put ramps out next to the island there in Jensen occasionally, but the ground was so rough. But they'd have like these cool spine ramps and stuff. But it was like, dude, you'd have to kick like 100 times just to catch half speed to get a ramp. But then we had some other, like Palm City, there was this kid, Cisco. He had a steel.
He had a silver head.
Did he have the dragon boards?
Was it a black guy with silver hair?
It was a.
Always talking about thongs and shit.
A spine ramp, a vert spine ramp with PVC coping.
Oh shit!
That was like built to murder people.
Yeah, dangerous as fuck.
It's shit's about to get real sharp.
But it was fun. He used to be out there sometimes. This other dude, Jabin, had a half pipe. Anyhow, we bump into each other at different places. But when I started the shop, I'd stopped and talked to him. Not long before that, I went in there and bought a pair of shoes or something. And
Corvus, I forgot.
unlike some other people in the industry locally, Teak was like, he backed me 100% what we were doing. And you remember Brandon and Clayton
and John and
Alex,
everyone was
they're always coming down.
That was the best thing because they were like, like Teak was never competition. It was like it was almost like your brother, it was more like your uncle because he's been doing it for a long time. It's like your uncle who's like kind of young, like, hey man, he's like, oh yeah, I got you, yeah, I'll do this, yeah, I got you, you should do this. He was never like competitive or like sabotage like some other people will. We're not gonna go into that.
Should we? There was never no bad blood, but there was some new blood.
Hey, we ain't got much old blood. Got a whole lot of new blood over here.
New blood, though.
No, but Teak,
that was a good one.
But that was he's always been as solid as a rock.
For sure, 100%.
And like, that's the definition of don't fold, don't bend.
And that's why he stayed
Nothing.
why he stayed so relevant in the
but
entire thing.
But also
you know what I mean?
that doesn't work for everyone. He's the inspiration to saying like, if I stay as fucking true as possible and have a fucking vision and go for it, it will work and it'll be extremely successful. Yeah. Which, now that I say it, is pretty much destined to happen, but you have to work for it. But
well, not even that. It's timing. It's fucking it's how much time you can put
but
into
it does give you hope that like that you could do that.
Yeah, I mean, but like Rob,
not from Fort Pierce though.
No, but that's
we
the
ain't
thing.
got much money right
But
here.
it was timing, man. I really believe in because like now there's so much foot traffic and bullshit in Fort Pierce now that
crazy.
A skate shop would sell out. If you had the location the first time,
crazy.
Sold out.
I worked there. I remember who would, you know what I mean? Lazy Days was the most that you got.
Corey, how many more people right now walk past
it's
Taco Dive than
so
Undercover?
much.
Because you know that Taco Dive is where you used to be.
Yeah.
No. Range.
It's the place.
Okay,
right
well,
next door.
it's the
Taco
same.
Dive
It's the
used to
same
be
thing.
Lazy Days.
Used to be.
Okay, it's the same thing. But what I'm saying is like the people that walk by it now is
for sure
1,000 times more fun.
You double it, literally double tripled.
The timing was huge.
I know.
But
but then there's.
Can we resurrect it?
We can talk about that later.
Okay.
But
I'm interested. I mean, I got a little something maybe back.
I got a guy. His name is Beep.
The one thing, like you guys know, I was born and raised here. I lived here my whole life. Like I was born and raised in Fort Pierce, Florida. Period. Paragraph. Don't plan on going nowhere. So,
Period. Paragraph. Does that mean the paragraph's
the
only
whole
like
body,
one
the whole
word?
essay is done right
That's
here.
it. That's it. Period.
I wrote the
Indentation.
Grand closing. Bang.
Signed it right here.
But
Okay.
it was hugely important to me. Like if I open this shop, it's going to be downtown. And at the time, there wasn't really much downtown, but I knew it was coming. I just had a feeling, and that goes back to the timing. The timing wasn't right.
It felt right because
also
the thought process behind it was good. You saw the fucking skate park coming. You put your foot in the door and you helped it get off the ground, and then said, "Hey, I want a core skate shop here, which I'm gonna fucking be." You know,
right?
Which that's the vision. That's a good vision.
Right.
I mean, if you need a business plan, or
But
whatever,
there's
that's a good
so much
start,
like
you know,
there's so,
but
like I said when you started it.
But the traction was it got here, and then it needed a little bit of time to get going, you know. And Fort Pierce needed to grow itself too, like the restaurants, the fucking.
What sucks is when I left the shop is right when Sailfish started.
Oh,
and that,
over when
and
in
that
the old
was
house,
like
yeah.
2012, like the same time. And that, to me, is one of the bigger like catalysts for a lot of the other, foot traffic, other businesses. Like Sailfish killed it.
Right.
From the logo to the product.
Oh yeah.
To the
Grew to
location.
The bigger
Yeah.
I mean,
They were in a house before.
Such
Then they bought
appropriate,
the house next to it. Then they bought the building down the street.
100%. Sailfish Brewery, Fort Pierce, Florida, great brewery, and
Their food is good.
They're sold in Publix. They're fucking, you know what I mean? They're getting.
This episode is brought to you by Sailfish Brewery.
One day, I mean, we'll work on that. I might even be able to hook that up. I'm serious. And but
I'm serious. I'm
not
serious.
even kidding.
That what
Don't bullshit
Zach
about
just said might be validated by the
Don't,
time this
don't
comes out.
bullshit. Definitely go check them out. And if you don't know about them, Sailfish Brewery is a fucking spot to talk about.
There's so much more potential in like downtown now. Like it just the scene that you built, you basically, I guess, like birthed the second scene, and it had to grow up.
You're gonna piss them off a little bit more. You're gonna rub the salt in the wound, man.
No, that's not. You did it, and now
everybody's reaping your benefits.
Now the scene that you created,
that was the plan anyway.
Now the scene that you created is 16 years old and doing good.
Well, not even
Number
reaping.
one.
There's nobody reaping benefits either. So I kind of
no. We're doing good skateboarding wise.
Yeah, nobody's actually reaping the benefits of it.
I appreciate
Teak. Actually, Teak is.
But I didn't.
I'm there every
create
week.
anything. What I did is kind of give, in my opinion anyway, us a home base. You know what I'm saying? Like a place where skateboarding could thrive and cultivate.
You go watch videos,
and be
find where the new
That's a
videos,
crazy-
and
that's
instead
a
of
crazy
like
thing to say,
having
because
two fucking towns over where you can't get to where the new video drops. Nobody, Bell's doesn't have the new video. The mall doesn't have the new video. Where do you go to get the new fucking Thrasher or you know what I mean? Whatever.
Right.
Hey, you go to Zoomies. Can we take a break real quick?
Is it that time?
You need a Zoomies break. All right, my man needs a
I gotta
go.
take a Zoomie.
He's gotta go Zoomies.
I gotta take a zoomie, Daddy.
2, 3.
I get whiskey bent and hellbound.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
and we're back from a small immediate.
well, I didn't mean to derail it, but brother, I was signaling.
Had to take a zoomie.
I had to take a nice little Yokozuna, but I'm good now.
Yokozuna. That was a good one.
What you talking about, Willis?
I ain't finna tell you.
Man,
Oh man, this whiskey's good, right?
Yeah, I can't. Some type of whiskey, I need pickle juice, man. I don't know what it is, but I love to have pickle juice after I sip some whiskey.
You funny, ain't you? You funny, ain't you? Yeah, no.
Does your car smell like pickle juice?
Ooh.
I met her once.
Oh yeah, nah.
I think we all been.
That was my old car. Backseat definitely smelled like pickled. Hey, but you know they say some say the cucumber tastes better pickled, but
Who says that?
Cucumbers.
Corey said
Cucumbers.
puh. That's what you said. Couldn't even react. Puh. He's burning his mic with his cigar.
I burnt this shit.
Hey, but we're still here though. Yeah. So
pickle juice. I did
no,
hear a
I'll
weird
tell you a
pickle juice
story. I work at the best bar in town. The best bar that Fort Pierce got to offer. Fort Pierce, Florida. Pappy's. If you're here, come see it. Okeechobee Road. Anyways, so I go to get some food. I go to get lunch for me and the other person working. We go to Moonswiners, also in Fort Pierce. Good barbecue, not bad.
The best barbecue of all time.
I like Moonswiners barbecue, but
Google it.
Google it. Google it. Google it.
Google Moonswiners.
But
or Dale's, I guess. Maybe Dale's.
So we go in there. You know, I order 2 pork combos. Nice pork. So I get spicy barbecue for me.
What?
She want.
Keep
Boy,
going. I'm sorry. I apologize for even interrupting, but spicy barbecue, you fucking.
you don't like that
Psychopath.
spicy vinegar mustard barbecue? That nice
Come on.
orange.
Come on, go.
Anyways, so I get that 2 sweet teas, 2 fries, ketchup, all this stuff, coleslaw, and then I got to pick up a gallon of pickle juice for the bar. They're like, "Oh yeah, yeah, we got your pickle juice. You got to have a
could
pickle X,
locally
blah, blah,
just pick up a gallon of pickle juice.
blah." Well, they like
They know Pappy's and they help.
Pappy and Moon Swiner are actually good friends.
Mr. Swiner.
Mr. Swiner and Pappy know each other.
Oh, they go way back.
Yeah. But so I'm driving driving back. I got my music playing. I'm like, I got barbecue, so I'm hyped. I'm like, got dancing, like just like. Bitch, you thirsty. That's exactly. I had Vince Staples North playing, and it was good. But I'm driving, and the lady comes out while I'm driving. I'm in the third lane from the left. She pulls out, cuts one, cuts two, starts to cut three right in front of me, and I'm like, she's gonna see me and be like, oh shit, and like yank back. She doesn't. So I slam on my brakes and slam on the brakes and slam on my fucking horn, all this shit. And she goes blah 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 and pulls over. I'm like, what the fuck? And like,
started smelling a little vinegar.
What happened was I was pulling up, not vinegar, boy. It was pickle juice, and that's some hearty garlic pickle juice. Like
that's pickle juice is vinegar. Fucking kook.
Only.
Y'all ever have Wickles?
I can't call it.
Yeah, I love Wickles.
I don't like them. I don't know. I love pickles. Wickles are like spicy and like weirdly fucking. I don't know. What do they put in there?
Yeah,
That makes
something else you don't put mayonnaise on, but
Wickles on Wickles.
Don't put no mayonnaise on the Wickles.
Who's that? I made chicken salad with chicken mayonnaise and Wickles. Don't do it. Don't do it.
If you mix,
it's like bleach and ammonia. You don't mix them, dude. They'll kill you. Oh yeah. But anyway, so I like pull up. I'm like, I don't know. Like at this point, I don't know who the fuck is in this car. So I pull up. I'm like pissed, and I'm ready to get out. Like in the middle of the intersection, and I would love to say that I'm ready to get out and fight this person. But what I was ready to do was get out and break my hand, punching their window and not breaking it, and be like, "You stupid idiot, you suck!" And they get my car and floor off. Whatever. But that's exactly.
You would run away.
But no, I would. I stopped my car and got out. And
how do you floor off?
You
said you're gonna get out of your car and floor off.
Okay, so you ever remember there was this cartoon called The Flintstones, and every time they took off, it was the floor off.
All right.
Not bad, but not
bad.
good.
You corrected.
Anyways, let me get back to my hilarious story.
I hear what you're putting down. I'm just not picking it up.
But this is where it all goes completely south. I'm mad. I stop my car like close to the intersection. There's a green light. I stop my car. I go open my door, and the window rolls down, and it's a very, very attractive young girl, and she's like, "I'm so sorry."
When you say young girl, don't make it weird. How young? Like young?
Like 23?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
24? Like not.
Making sure.
Okay, thanks for ruining my reputation.
Don't say young girl on the show and be like,
brother, we're old. We're old.
Yeah.
Everyone's younger than us. Is your girlfriend older than you?
Why does that even matter? Why is it?
Because everyone's younger than us.
But she's not young. I don't know. I want to define.
She's 7 years younger than. She's 8 years younger than you.
We're derailing.
Okay. Well, she rolls it down and she's like visually upset. She's like, "I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. That was. I don't know." And like, I was ready to be like, "You fucking piece of shit." Like, I saw her. She said it. I was like,
"Can we go on a date?"
No. That would have been way better. I could have talked her down.
Yeah.
But I looked at her and I went like this. I said,
"You said how old
can
are
you just do better?" And got my car and drove away. That's what I said.
Do better.
That's that like just in general, or was that?
I have no clue. I looked like this. I was like this.
A fucking Suzuki. Do better.
I drove for like probably 20 seconds after the pickle juice spilt, and I was flooring it, trying to catch up to him. And I was like thinking everything. I was like, I'm about to tell him, dude, you're a piece of shit. All this stuff. Roll the window down. And I froze up so quick. I said, just do better, and drove off. And I was like, got her, and I was like,
her life is just immediately changed.
But when she's gonna graduate, she's gonna graduate from Harvard and be like, "I'm so glad that man just told me to do better because I wasn't doing anything."
I'll just say this: one time when I was younger,
the pickle man, he smelled just like pickles.
This guy came by and he smelled like vinegar. He said, "Why don't you just do better?" And it really just sparked a nerve.
I did.
I did. But it happened, and then so
and now she's a spokesman for Cornell.
Oh, Condoleezza Rice.
All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on my show, talking some shit with me.
Yeah, Rob, we appreciate you coming on our show. What are you doing?
Anytime.
Whatever. My buddy. Reagan the realist.
Reagan the realist. Yeah. Sean, we appreciate you.
He came through and he's actually being the real tech guy. Shout out to the real MVP.
Don't worry, Corey will be back next week, maybe, if I ain't kill his ass.
All right. Well, we're gonna sign off. This has been another podcast of the Whiskey.
Thanks, Rob. We
Wonders.
appreciate you being here, brother.
We're glad to see you guys.
All up, man.